everyone, and welcome to our highlights show, day 3. I'm Nazi Paikidze, and I'm here with Grandmasters Yasser, Seirawan, and Peter Svidler.
It was a pleasure to be with you both.
We had an exciting last day of Rapid. Let's take a look at the final standings after 9 rounds. We have a sole leader, Fabiano Caruana, with 14 points, but only point behind him is Levon Aronian. In clear third, we have Maxima Shilagrov, and in clear fourth, world champion Gukash.
Getting off to a very nice start was Levon versus Sam in round 7. A heavy theoretical duel. Sam seemed to have forgotten his homework when he didn't play the move e5, and after queen g3, it was all smooth sailing for Levon. Have a look. Yeah, in this game, if you've just joined us, we saw quite a theoretical dispute, I want to say. What do we call this variation?
This is just the 4 knights.
Just the 4 knights Sicilian. Both players came pretty well booked. It appeared to us that Sam had a new idea with g5 and e5 in a theoretical game, but he forgot to include the move e5.
I think he confused the move order, maybe?
Well, g5 was fine. He just needed to follow it up with that e5. When he failed to do that, Levon played a very nice move, queen g3, that just covered everything in the position. The g5 pawn, the d6 pawn, and then it was smooth sailing. And with the white king on h2, nicely protected by the queen. No perpetual checks. We've been looking at different moves for Levon. Rook e7.
A lot of winning moves for Levon.
Queen a3, which is a kind of a funny one. Forcing queen h5. I actually like pushing past pawns. c4, c5 got my vote. Yeah. But it's just definitely playing one goal here.
I think it's more the case of him choosing rather than calculating to the end. Because I'm pretty sure he realizes he has no particularly bad moves in this position.
Right. Ace.
And bishop takes
e5, mate.
I think Sam is going to allow. No. I was wondering if he's going to allow that.
Wow.
Smooth victory for Levon Aronian.
And Peter, it's always tough to play your second, but Fabi played a very nice game against
Absolutely, and the two-horse show continued in round 7 with Levon winning, as we've just seen, a very convincing game against Sam Shankland, and Fabi beating his second Grigoria partner with the black pieces. They both seemingly came to the conclusion that they shouldn't play the heavy theory they perhaps have looked at together. They played a bit of an offbeat line, and Fabi assumed control very early on, and then by move 18, Grigori allowed a pawn storm, and his pieces got trampled underfoot. Let's take a look at the video.
Where did he blunder?
I saw double question marks after his last move, queen b3. I don't know yet why it's a blunder, but...
Your pieces start getting pushed back very, very quickly, and the moves that are G5 and F5 both are very, very strong.
Yeah.
94 was actually the beginning of Grigori's problems. He is, I think you can say, slightly worse with white anyway, because knight on d5 is very pleasant, and once you have to start making moves like 92 f1 here, it's not very comfortable, which is apparently the best move. 94 seems very logical, but it actually gets in the way. And after rook c8, it was time to realize how dangerous your position is and go for some important, precise moves. Bishop d2 was probably still holding. Instead, he played queen b3, a very normal move, moving the queen away from the x-ray. And now g5 is even stronger, but f5 is also crushingly good. You have to drop it back to d2. And now after bishop f6, you suddenly realize your pieces are kind of running out of moves.
What?
Rook a3. Good move, I think.
Because he can go to e4.
Yeah, because the king cannot really go forward. And now knight d5, king e5.
King
e4 is very strong.
Rook e3, threatening 95 mates.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is strong.
Hello.
That is
strong. That's winning, and he's found it.
And he has found it. Uh-oh.
It's nice.
That's going to take... That's the winning move.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can imagine a scenario where you play bishop e3, g7, rook takes g7, and that's stalemate, but that's a bit...
Artificial.
Artificial, exactly the word I was looking for, yeah.
And there's a resignation.
Nice
win for Fabi.
Smooth win.
And the world champion Gukash, he had a bad start of the day. He lost to Lanier when he absolutely didn't have to.
Right.
It was the ready opening, it was quite equal. Then maybe in the later middle game, Lanier was kind of outplaying him, but he was really low on time, and he made that move, queen a5, offering a queen trade. Gukesh could have simply taken and making it a draw, but he refused and then quickly regretted it. Take a look.
Queen f6 check will be stopped.
Exactly.
It's a... Oops. Hang on, he's just in a lot of trouble now after rook d2, no?
And he's down to last 3 seconds.
Yeah, if Lanier sees queen takes a2, maybe he just wins, no?
He wins on the spot. In fact, queen takes a2, queen takes e7,
he spotted it.
rook f2.
Yeah, I think Gukesh didn't realize there's no queen f6 check at the end of that line.
So what
and
we
now
were...
he's just gone, no?
Queen takes e7 with the idea of queen f6 is met by rook f2 check and rook f3.
Yeah, Gukesh has done this, and Lanier is like trying to figure out what he missed, but he hasn't missed anything. Rook f3, and there's no perpetual.
Queen f2 is coming.
Yeah. Queen f2 on, and that's it. That's game over.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Gukesh
that's just the game.
Didn't have to walk into this. He could have traded queens and
wow.
Yeah, take on a5, you're not worse.
Well, that was a nervy time. Wow, that was a nervy time scramble. And Peter Fabi continued his winning ways in round 8.
His perfect day continued when, with the white pieces, he played what seemed like a quiet line, a rook e1 anti-Berlin against Liam Ley. But then he played a very, very nice game. Perhaps not an absolutely perfect game, but a game which had an idea from the very beginning. White played a4, a5, a6 very, very early on, fixing upon an a7. And we were sort of joking that it will become a weakness in an endgame. And it did, and it fell, and it decided the game. Along the way, there were also some very beautiful tactics, so let's take a look at what we have here.
For those of you who are joining us late, we're really watching an unbelievable in-form Fabiano. He is just carving his way through the field. He won his first game. He is now sitting in a winning position in this game too. So the whole point is, it's about you, little one. This beautiful pawn on a6.
Queen e3, or alternatively, you can go rook c7. Maybe this is actually more human. You go rook c7 first.
Okay.
You wait for f takes g.
And now go queen
e7. And
e7.
you go queen e5. Maybe even stronger.
The point I'm making is Fabi, with 2 consecutive wins to complete the rapid chess tournament, he would score 16 out of a potential 18 points, which is simply God knows. Yeah, that is just phenomenal. And we were talking about Levon Aronian starting with 3 out of 3. We didn't know that it was Fabi who had the chance of breaking the record, not Levon.
Yeah, he definitely had his chances.
And we have a victory. Our congratulations to Fabi as he takes down Liam Lee for an unbelievable record of 14 out of 16 possible points. And that indeed was the situation. 14 out of 16 possible points. A chance to set a new record on the Grand Chess Tour. Could Fabi do the impossible and score 16 out of 18? It had been done 3 times prior, 15 out of 18. Fabi was one of those players. The other player was Magnus Carlsen, who did it twice. It meant that Fabi, if he could win his last game against Gukesh, he would set a new Grand Chess Tour record, and boy, he really got off to a great start. The video that you're about to see is truly dramatic and uncompromising, as we were hoping for a record, but, well, don't know. Don't want to give up the story.
I'm beginning to wonder, like if I go rook g8 here, let's put something on the board.
Yes, which
rook
is
g8, 95, I assume.
I mean, that's...
What about g4 here?
You're not even preserved.
No, I want to ask you, what about g4 here?
I have
as we've been discussing, there's nobody home.
I am not taking.
Rook takes, knight b6, rook a g8. Isn't this mate?
It may be splat because the desirable rook knight g1 probably gets
I don't even have a way to
killed.
run king f1, king e2, because the rook is on e2.
You know, everything is in the way. It feels like it might just be mate.
Yeah.
Because I have rook g2, queen h5.
Queen h5.
My moves are coming extremely quick.
No. That's deadly. You're making a very powerful point. You know, and again, Gukesh is just kind of playing with fire. He's making some of these tempi moves, and here we go.
Play f3, and I guess judging by the double question mark, something was just winning instead of
h5, no f3.
Now
Fabi.
after e5 or king d2, Gukesh is much better.
the position has
E5,
completely
he's played
turned
it.
around.
He's winning.
My goodness, what a turnaround. Queen H3, by the way.
Cash about to deliver first loss to Fabi. 3 seconds. 2. Wow, he almost lost on time.
But knight takes F4. Rook check. No.
Yeah, there are no more
Yeah, this is
meaningful
completely winning
checks.
for
Yeah,
Gukesh.
even the ending now of the Queen D3 is completely winning.
C8, Rook D.
No, there's really no hope.
It's a resignation.
And
wow.
wow.
What a win by Gukesh.
Whew. Fabi came so close to setting a GCT record.
He must be sick to his stomach. He knows he was winning.
Yeah. Heavy wears the crown. You are the world champion. Everybody targets you. And like now they're relishing victory against you. Do you feel that pressure when you come to these top tournaments that you're the world champion and people want to win?
I mean, it's like I kind of sense that, I mean, people are more motivated than
Yes, exactly.
But I mean, it's none of my business. Yeah, I just play my games. So I mean, initially it was maybe the first couple of tournaments I felt this pressure of having to prove something, but then it got better. I mean, it's already been what, 8-9 months. So I've played a few tournaments, and I think I've just got settled into this new state. Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. That's it for Rapid. We'll see you again for Blitz.
Peter,
Join us
thank you for
tomorrow.
watching. Join us for the Blitz.
See you tomorrow.
Boy, heart palpitations.